Hello folks, this is Shardul Gavande from Ace Knowledge. So today in this video we are going to see practical number 2B, which is to demonstrate use of general purpose input output port of two microcontrollers for data transfer between them. So what exactly we have to do is in this practical we need to take or we need to design a two microcontrollers in such a way that data from microcontroller 1 is transferred to microcontroller 2 and the display or the output of microcontroller 2 is the same as that of microcontroller 1. So let us start with our practical. So I have here already created a Keil Vision 4 project for data controller 1, and we will be requiring one more Keil Vision 4 project for the second microcontroller. So let us start with our coding part. So let's include our header files, necessary header files to make this program work. Hash include reg51.h. Then we'll declare over here a delay function and we'll pass some unsigned parameters of variable as end time over here, and then we have our main method void main, and in this main method we would pass a while loop while1, which means that this loop will run infinite times till there is no interrupt between it. Then we have to deal with two ports. Let us first take P2 equal to 0xAA. So this is the hexadecimal value which represents 101010 and so on. So we have set 0xAA, the hexadecimal value for our port P2. Next we need to give a time interval as delay over here, and we'll pass the value as 1000. Next we have P2 again, the same port with the new value assigned as 0x55. So this 0x55 is nothing but reverse of 0xAA, so reverse of this 1010 and so on. Okay, and then again we'll call our delay function over here and the parameter as 1000 value. Now we need to define our delay function which we have declared over here. So let us define it outside our main method. So void delay, and we have this unsigned int time, and into this we have again unsigned the two variables I and j, int I, int j. So I would be working for outer for loop and j would be for inner for loop. So for I equal to 0, then I less than time, whatever time we pass it over here as a parameter will keep I value as less than that time. So in our case it is 1000, and then I plus plus. So this is my outer for loop, and then under it we have our inner for loop as j equal to 0, then j less than, you can give any random value, let's say 23, and j plus plus. Let's open and close. So my delay function gets over here and main function gets closed over here. So let us save this, give the name as controller1, save it, and we need to add the existing files to source group 1. The name was controller1. Make sure that the file type is C source file. Add, select the type again as C source file, OK, and close. So just check whether the file got added over here under source group 1 directory folder, and then we have to right click on target, make some necessary configurations as changing the frequency to 11.0592. Go to the output tab and check mark on this create hex file and click on OK. So the first controller design part is done. Let us first right click and build target. So you can see the target got built successful, created hex file from data controller 1, and there are 0 errors and 0 warnings, which means our code has run successfully. So now let's create another project and write the code for a second controller. As in the question you can see controllers for data transfer, and we need two controllers. So first one is done. Now let us create a second one. So project, new KeelVision project, and we'll give the name as data controller 2. Save it. The new project will get created. Select the microcontroller as Atmel. Under it I have 8089C51. OK. Go to file and new. So over here we will write our code for second controller. So again include the necessary header files. Hash include reg1 reg51.h. Then again the same delay function. Will declare first delay function over here, unsign int with some variable as time, and then my main method over here. So under this main method I will have again while loop, the same what we did for controller 1. And here the difference would be, since we have to transfer our data from first microcontroller to the second microcontroller, so in the first microcontroller we have worked with port P2, so we need to assign the value or the data from the first microcontroller of port P2 to the second microcontroller of port P1. So simply assign the values P2 equal to P1, which means whatever P2 will hold will be forwarded to P1, and the P1 will display the same output as that of P2. And over here we'll call our delay function as passing the parameter as 1000 milliseconds. And next we have our void delay function to be defined. So unsign int time, and we have again our two variables int I and j. So I is my outer for loop, so I equal to 0, then I less than my time, and I plus plus. And the next is my inner for loop for j equal to 0, j less than 23, and j plus plus. So inner and outer for loop both simply to pass the time interval or the time gap between the LEDs. And let us save it. We'll give the name as controller 2 new. Save. Let's click on target and add existing files to source group. So the name was controller 2 new. Click on add, select the type as C source file. OK, close. Make sure the file gets appeared over here, and now right click on target, make some necessary configurations as changing the frequency to 11.0592, and on the output just make sure you check mark this create hex file. Why? Because this once hex file gets created in the Proteus, when we will design our embedded system, we will be requiring this hex file to run the code. So just click on OK, and now right click and build target. So over here also the program got successfully built. As you can see, 0 errors and 0 warnings. So let's save this, and now let's move on to Proteus for our design part. So I'm creating a new project over here. Give the name of the project as 2 controllers. I'll keep the path to desktop Proteus. Click on next. Just go on clicking next until the final project is built. Okay, so let's take 2 controller by right clicking over here. Go to place from libraries, components from libraries. Just type here microcontroller. So R is 80C51 microcontroller. Make sure you select this one and click on OK. So drag and drop it over here to the left side. Then again take the second microcontroller, drag and drop it over here to the right side of first microcontroller. Okay, so let us join this port. So we are dealing with P2 and P1. If in the code, if you can see, first microcontroller was P2 and the second microcontroller port was P1. So let us join them first. So P2 to P1. P2.2 to P1.2. Similarly, you have to go on joining this. And the last one to P8. Okay, now we have to get the output from this port 2 of second microcontroller. So let us take the LEDs first from libraries. So select this LED BIB active, and let's drag and drop it over here. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. So now make connection to port 2 to all these LEDs. Port 2 of second microcontroller. The second one, then from here to the third LED. Just make sure that the lines are properly connected. So total LEDs we have are 8 in number. And this to the last one. Okay, so this LEDs again, they need to connect to the ground cable. So right click, place, go to terminal and select ground. So place your ground over here and just connect all the LEDs to the ground part in this way. Six and 7 and the last one to ground. So we are done with the connection. So let's import the hex file in this controller. So right click on microcontroller, go to edit properties and select the folder program file. It was in Keel folder. So the name was data controller 1.hex. So open it, change the frequency to 11.0592, select OK. For this second microcontroller, again edit properties, select the program file. From Keel folder, it was data controller 2.hex file and change the frequency to 11.0592 and click on OK. So now simply you have to run it from here. So you can see one alternate LEDs are been lit up because we have given the hex value as 0xAA. So AA was 1010. So 1 means on and 0 means off, and we gave a delay of 1000 milliseconds, and again we reversed the value as 0x55, the hex value. So P1 has the same output as that of P2, or P1 output is been stored in P2 and P2 is showing the same output as that of port P1. So this is how data has been transferred between the two microcontrollers. So that's it from this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.